Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome back to another video. In today's video I thought I'd do a reading vlog of this book. This is The Madonna of Bolton by Matt Kane. Last year I read, quite late last year, I read like an e-arc of his latest book that came out earlier this year in January, I believe, Becoming Ted, which instantly became one of my favorite of the year. It was so great. It wasn't like anything like literally amazing, but it was just so heartwarming and it was just such a great book. So instantly I got his two other books, Madonna of Bolton and The Secret Life of Albert Eintwistle. I don't know why I didn't get around to reading them yet, but considering it is Pride Month now, and I thought I'd get stuck in this. This basically follows Charlie, and he is living in Bolton, where things are very like men do this, women do that, and that sort of ideology. But on his 9th birthday, his auntie Jan, who is an 80s icon by the way, gives him a 7-inch single of Lucky Star by Madonna, and this ensues a lasting passion and love of Madonna and all that she represents, and just she becomes his idol. And then sort of it sees him through his life in a way. So I've actually read quite a bit of this book because I thought I would start it. I thought I'd start it and just read a little bit, but then I ended up reading 78 pages because I adore this. Also, what is so great about it is each chapter is a Madonna song. Isn't that just so? It's just like an added, and oh my god, the 80s references in here, and the British references are just immaculate, and also the northern Lancashire and that sort of area. I just love it. It's just so authentic, and I'm loving this book so much. So basically, it's getting to when he is sort of he went through childhood and sort of in a way, and starting secondary school, and the bullies, Vincent, and also his best friend Shiraz, and she has Indian parentage, and she suffers racist bullying, but the homophobic bullying Charlie experiences is really horrible to read at times, and it's sort of given me a bit childhood trauma in a way. It's making me feel a bit uncomfortable, but I read because I want to relate to characters, and this is already serving, and I adore it. I'm so enjoying this book. It's sad in a sense, and I'm very emotional, but also I'm so invested, and I love the main character, and just the references are just literally giving me life. This last page, he references Cell Block H, Prison Cell Block H, which was one of my favorite shows ever, Wentworth. It's based on, and I'm just also I've been listening to Madonna. I made a whole big playlist of all her albums, older albums, and I'm just how can I read The Madonna of Bolton without listening to Madonna whilst I'm reading it? That just wouldn't be right. So yeah, so I'm definitely going to be reading more of this. And yeah, also I really love this edition. It's nice and big and floppy, and this is it compared to a normal and it's an average size book. And I just love how big and floppy it is. It feels substantial, and it's a pleasure to read, and the spine is being relaxed from whoever had it before, and it's just really nice. It's really great reading experience. Make more floppy books, please. Thank you. That's why I need to go to America, just get some floppy books. Anywho, I'll give you an update when I've read some more. I love this so much. I love it. So now he is 17 and he's gone with his best friend Shiraz to Manchester to explore like the gay scene, Canal Street, and so Shanaz is sort of like encouraging him to talk about his feelings and sexuality because she knows and he knows, but he's not ready to say it. But so they've gone to like a club, and I love this. It's just so like, it's such great writing. It's like so like witty and funny, and just anyway, I thought I'd just quickly just talk about it a little bit. That just like made me just feel like I love it. So they go like down some stairs and they see the two drag queens, Coco and Angel. And he says it's just like being in an episode of that new sitcom, Absolutely Fabulous, which is a cultural reset. So then, sweetie, Coco says in a broad Manchurian accent, "Are you gay or are you normal?" I'm taken aback a little in my voice awkwardly. Flip an egg. You don't beat around the bush, do you? Let's leave the bush out of it, shall we? She smirks and gives a click of her fan. Come on, spill those beans. I'm gay, I suppose. It's the first time I've ever said it out loud. Very good, that's the right answer. And I take it this is your first time on the scene. I'm embarrassed that it's so obvious. Can you shush? Yeah, it is actually. Well, welcome to our world, she purrs. Welcome to paradise, says Angel in a surprisingly deep voice. Isn't it fabulous, they chorus. I give an amused nod as they each click their fans. I love it. I love it. Oh my god. The references, just everything is just top notch. Top notch. Hey Google, play my Madonna playlist.
Got it. Your Apple Music playlist called Madonna Star. Here you go.
Lucky Star! It started with Lucky Star, that's the first time. Wow, I didn't. Oh, wait. I didn't shuffle it.
It's so true though that like the tune is just, it gets to you, like you can't stop.
I had a feeling I was going to cry on this. I had a feeling I was going to cry on this book. I'm dead. So he's at uni now. Love that for him. I'm really crying a bit. And he's just meeting these new people in his like block and stuff. And then he says about this girl that comes in and introduces herself as Lisa Toe. But you can all call me Rent a Leg. And then she jokes. Everyone explodes into laughter, but I missed the joke. Do you not get it? Asked Lisa, spotting my black loan. Lisa a toe, Rent a Leg. Oh, I love this so much. I love it. I absolutely adore this book. I'm so invested. Also, Madonna is most definitely helping on the speaker. Yeah. So I've read quite a lot more. She just about to start the part 4. I'm not really crying at what's just happened. It's just, I don't know, I guess things in my brain. But yeah. Anywho, I thought I was gonna be filled with joy, like I was with Becoming Ted. There is a lot of things I like, but there's some things that make me very, very emotional as well. So I'm probably gonna cry for a bit, compose, read some more, and then talk about it. Then I guess I don't really know, but yeah, I don't really want to show people my ugly crying face any more than I already have. So yeah.
So I'm still having the feels. But I feel myself as a little bit like some a buzz in there. Just like a bit of mind blurt. I might not even keep this in. It's maybe more just to let out some things I'm thinking. But I think why I'm getting quite emotional at the moment is because well, there's just a lot of things I'm guessing. But to put it into the book, I guess something that isn't really explicitly said, but is quite often alluded to is this idea of like it's like queer shame that so many of us have, and this is him growing up in the 80s and even me growing up in the 2000s. I still so many things I can relate to, so many things that it's just things that you internalise, and so I guess it's quite a lot that's talked about in this is this idea of I guess in like a way like a stunted growth, or like postponing things that like major, not necessarily major, but and I guess like life events and things that normal people get to experience. And how I guess quite a lot of the time I feel like we have to we're like catching up and about like excesses and just all lots of things, and I guess it's really it's just what I'm thinking about, you know, like you have crushes and things and you're able to you know, talk about them with like your family and your friends and stuff, and it's all it's all so normal. But when you're queer, I guess it's more difficult because you're thinking that you say certain things that people might not accept you, or say other things, and it's hard, and you just keep it in yourself instead, or talking about like crushes and stuff, but you don't really like allow yourself to, or you say that it's wrong and it's bad and you don't want to have them. And it's like Charlie experiences how he doesn't want to admit that he's gay, and it's something that so many of us don't want to do for so long, and it's just so unfair and wrong because we shouldn't. And then like other things, like we saw when he was like it's called disco, and people are talking about like, you know, like this kissing and talking about it and all that stuff, and I guess like being socially in the loop with other people. But for so many queer people, and me included, so in this you're reserved. You might have one or two people that you can confide in, but for the most part it's still quite lonely. And then because so many of us are living with this when it comes when we're older, and like he talks about like doing like clubbing and on a few dates and trying to find someone, that is quite difficult to find a healthy relationship or to accept people that love us and things, because like I guess we're still internalising stuff. And then he's talking about how, like, I don't really know how old he is now, but his like uni friends and stuff are like getting married, and he's feeling alone, and also at that time he couldn't get married because it weren't legal, but that wasn't the thing really stopping him. It was because he didn't have anyone, and I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to keep this in because I look terrible. But yeah, I'm just having the feels at the moment, and just a lot of other things going on in my brain that is not really the best. And then I started reading part 4. And I was just reading the first page, and I just felt, I don't know, just a lot more emotions just started to come back to me. So yes, I don't know what I'm going to do now. I'll probably just have a bit more of a cry. And yeah. Chat in the morning, I guess. I'm feeling a bit bittersweet at the moment because although there is so much improvements and it's related to books, there's so many more like queer books and so much representation, and then they're aimed at younger people, and shows and films and all that. I'm so happy, but at the same time, in a way, I'm jealous, and I kind of wish I had some things when I was younger. Obviously, I had more than Charlie did, a lot more. But now, this younger generation has vastly more than I did as well. And there's always just this legacy of this sort of like idea of like shame, I guess, involved that we have, and it's just so difficult to overcome and to think about. And it's just something that I've personally internalized my whole life, near enough. And reading about similar experiences in books just brings a lot of it to its head. And yeah.
So it's on shuffle, and I'm currently reading the On Father chapter, and Madonna's singing Oh Father, the song. What are the chances? I was having goosebumps a second ago, and it's burning hot outside, so I'm getting impacted. So I'm getting to the end, and I'm gonna start ugly crying again. This book has been like euphoric, like about the copyright, but I think this book you can just sum up in the word bittersweet. It is so bittersweet. Okay, compose. See you in a bit. Hello again. So it's actually been a couple days since I finished the Madonna of Bolton. I've actually read 2 books since, and I've started, I don't know why this is not irrelevant, but I've started Radical Love. I'm literally, I think I'm about halfway through now enough. Yeah. And so I want to cry profusely this month, yes. But anyway, that is really great. That'll be coming in a future video. I want to do a little review of this. So I've sort of tried to mull over my thoughts. I wrote like a review sort of like half an hour after finishing this, because even when I finished it, I was just like, what do I say? And I still don't exactly know what to say about this book. I ended up giving it 5 stars still. And whilst it is not the best book, it doesn't hit the mark in all the literary aspects. Like I found like a few like problems with sort of like the pacing, or like knowing how old he's meant to be, or like the time frame. It's a little bit it's not really that succinct, and a few like plot points and other stuff like that. But as a whole, it is good. It's still definitely written well, and it's all good. But what I think Kane does so phenomenally in this is that I don't know if it's just me or other people as well, because I haven't really read that many reviews of it yet, but he so well encapsulates this sort of like notion of like queer shame, gay shame, and how it affects the main character. So Charlie and me have many differences, but I could so wholeheartedly understand him. And what's great about it being first person POV is that you're going through all these experiences with him from the age of 9 to like 30 something. So whilst it's not the largest chunk of someone's life, it's probably the most important time of someone's life in terms of like character growth and like most of your first usually happen within that time frame, which was just really great. So when he's feeling things and when he's going through these things, like you are there with him as well in his brain. So like you feel his sort of like his shame and his hatred, his anger, you feel his love, you feel his like wanting and desires, you feel his like guilt in a way as well, you feel his sadness, his happiness, you feel his everything, and I just absolutely loved it. It's such a good book at like encapsulating this idea of it gets better, and hopefully that's not a spoiler, but it does for him, thankfully. And it's just I just related to it so much, and it just had such a massive like personal impact on me. And yeah, I feel like sometimes the best books, like this is a book that made me question like what is good about a book. Is it one that is really lyrical and poetic and beautiful, like underlined star-worthy quotes and things? Is it the type of book that like transports you to like different worlds and stuff, or is it just a book that you can see yourself in and understand the characters and understand their thoughts and feelings, and just like you get in representation? And I think that is the reason I read to see myself, I read for representation, I read to relate to characters that I'm reading about, and this, I think, this book hit the mark right slap bang in my heart. My eyes glazed over like multiple times, and quite a lot of times I went into ugly crying episodes. So I think I'm actually, you already have seen it, but I think I'm going to like speed up the clip of me crying and talking, because I think what I said was important if I went about it in a little bit of a convoluted way, and obviously I am ugly crying in it, so I look hideous. So yeah, do with that as you will. But this is the end of the video now. I really hope you enjoyed this. I so 100,000,000% recommend this book. And yeah, and if you want to like understand like the queer experience and like going through like queer shame, then you have to read this book, because it's so well talks about these concepts. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy this video. Don't tell me how ugly I look crying, because I know I look ugly when I cry. Well, I would say the same all the time, but anyway. So anyway, really hope you enjoy this video, and have a nice morning, evening, night, afternoon, or wherever you are in the world, and I shall see you very soon. Bye bye.